It's Lucas.
And I'm Jacob.
Bros Before Hoes Podcast.
Holy shit, guys. Like, if you're watching the video, like, there's a lot going on. There's multiple angles.
I just feel like this podcast has got took to another level that I
know.
never pictured.
It's like it started out in the garage, sort of like the creators of Apple. It started out in a garage, and now they're $1 billion company. Like, Bros Before Hoes, like, we started out doing it not even in the same town. Now, like, we're in a full-blown studio. It's actually just my basement. And also, I apologize because the background.
Oh, so we should give them the backstory to this.
Yeah. What used to be there?
So first of all, there was audio blocks because it just was an aesthetic for a little bit.
Yeah, to be honest, the audio blocks did nothing for the audio. There's no echo anyway, so they were kind of just for fun. It was to make it look like a legit podcast room.
Yeah, and I think you also need them to go around the whole entire room.
Yeah, you can't just scatter them randomly behind you. But the most annoying thing is if you buy those tapes, those little tapes, they say they can hold up things in your rented place and they won't leave a mark on the wall. As you can see, the tape, when we removed it, it really left marks.
Yeah, and there was even some more marks created because we took down the blocks because we were like, oh, whatever, the sound things. Because people were annoyed and we just kind of weren't vibing with it.
Yeah.
So then Lucas got wallpaper.
Yeah, I bought $4 wallpaper on Amazon. Temporary peelable wallpaper.
It was one that had pink flamingos on it and then one that had like the Beverly Hills Hotel.
But it wasn't. It was supposed to be like that. You know that every YouTube girl, they have like that wallpaper that's like that greenery, all those green leaves. It looks all chic. And
yeah.
But this was like a Goodwill version of that. It was like $2 on Amazon. You could see through it.
Yeah, so and then we also like didn't know how to apply it.
I'm just scared because like I'm renting this house that we're in and like I ripped off part of the wall. Like look at that chunk.
Yeah.
That actually, it wasn't just the paint that came off. Like that's part of the wall. Hopefully my landlord doesn't listen.
I just don't know if you're gonna get your deposit back.
I know I might get sued. But Jacob put up some temporary decorations. If you're just listening to the audio version, we apologize. But yeah.
We are just better than ever. We are brothers, by the way, if you're a new listener.
I love clarifying that.
I know.
What just happened?
Malfunction, a lot.
1 second. I just wanted to look at this. I wanted to share this email that I got. It said, I'm a longtime fan, but I just want to say I can never eat while I'm listening to the podcast since I'll always lose my appetite. Sorry, I just had to bring this issue to light. So I think I don't know if it's the topics we bring up or just our general looks, but something about us is really, which I get. Something about us, like some people don't want to eat while listening.
But this one does just, even though I don't want it to hurt me, it does because I feel like we've had conversations where I've said, I don't want people to be grossed out when they're watching my YouTube videos, but yeah. I've turned into one of those people.
I know, because like there are certain YouTubers, I'm not going to say names, but I love watching their videos. They're so funny. But if I'm watching YouTube while I'm eating lunch, I'm like, oh, I'll have to save their video for later when I don't have food that I'm consuming. Yeah. And now like we're in that category.
I know. I'm fine with it though.
We gross people out.
So is it because like,
I think it might be. Think about the topics we talk about. We talked about gerbils being shoved up people's asses. Like we've talked about things that just people don't ever want to be exposed to.
I guess I just live in like my own bubble where like that's just normal. It's not normal to gerbil, but it's normal to ponder upon the idea of people doing it.
Yeah.
I also want to apologize because someone emailed us and said. So I remember a few months ago on the podcast I mentioned how. I don't know if I was scared of it or I had a nightmare where this happened. Lucas sent me the email because like I didn't look at it that day, but they said that they kept having dreams about an old man going through their window, pulling their hair and kidnapping them.
Yeah, and they thought they were just like, this is just a weird thing my mind came up with.
But then they listened to the old podcast and I actually told them like I had a dream or something about that. So I can't believe I'm tormenting people.
I know, like somebody had a recurring nightmare about an old man pulling their hair through the window, and you caused it.
Yeah, I have been having some weird dreams just to give an update.
What have they been?
Like last night's dream was really weird.
What was it?
I actually don't want to say it on the podcast because actually
Oh
was
my
like,
God,
it was
ew.
weird. No, it wasn't
is
a sex
gro-
dream. It was just weird.
Oh, you don't feel comfortable sharing it? That's fine. Save it for your next therapy appointment.
Yeah, I will.
I actually haven't had dreams recently.
You don't remember them or whatever?
I mean, I do have dreams because I actually know I do, but I just don't remember them. They're just kind of just like casual dreams, you know, just like walking around the mall.
Because last night was one of those dreams where when you wake up from it and you like, it's not a nightmare, but you just need a couple of moments of like, finally I'm back to reality, and I love.
I'm
the
so
feeling.
thankful I haven't had one like that in so long. I used to have these dreams like I'd always wake up around 4 a.m. and I'd just be like, I need to go on Twitter to like refresh my mind. But then the weird thing is when you think about these dreams later, they don't seem scary.
Yeah, so the one that I'm thinking right now, it doesn't seem as weird as when I woke up, but it still is weird.
What is it?
It actually was such a weird dream.
You don't want to say it?
Should I say it?
You already brought it up, so I
I
feel
just
like
don't
it's
want
kind of
people to
annoying.
think like it's such a weird dream. I'm not trying to be quirky or anything.
Just
So
say
I was in high school in this dream.
Okay.
So in this dream, why did I dream about this first of all?
No one's judging you,
Okay.
except everyone listening, but it's fine.
So I had this dream that this guy went into one of my classrooms I was in the class with. And this is such a weird dream. For some reason I woke up, I felt so weird. He went into the classroom and he got so mad at me because I guess guys in the school were making up rumors that I had sex with a bunch of people, and he was mad about it. For some reason, this guy was mad about it, and the teacher had to save me. It was so weird.
Okay, but why did you not want to share that? That's not even. I don't know what in your mind happened, but like that doesn't seem messed up that much.
But in the dream, it was so weird.
So let me make sure I got this right. There was a rumor circulating that you, after a lot of people, you banged around the school,
a lot of guys, yeah.
and then someone came to the classroom and was making fun of you.
But in the dream, it was scary because they were really homophobic. Like, I want to kill out gay people type of shit. So that's
wait,
why.
Did you say that earlier? Did I just totally
No, I didn't
gloss
say
over
that. I didn't say that. I'm gonna give.
I thought it was a
clarification.
slut shaming dream, but not only slut shaming, it's homophobic as well.
Yeah.
On Pride Month, your mind came up with this during Pride Month.
I know, that's so weird. It was creepy, guys.
Oh
Hopefully,
my
I don't dreams
God.
like that.
I remember having after I graduated high school, like probably when I was around your age. I remember we have weird dreams about high school too, where like I was getting like bullied in the locker room or something. But like that never happened in real life. But like I'd have these dreams where like people from my high school were like just like bullying me.
Yeah, that's so weird because in my high school, like no one ever bullied me for being gay, so I don't know like where that popped up in my mind.
That'd be so funny, like at 40 years old, still having dreams about high school people bullying you. I'd be so pissed. I'd be like, just move on, mind.
Because it'd be so annoying because I hate getting brought back to past things. I don't even like sad or anything, but I just don't want to have dreams about that.
Well, we recently went on a road trip.
Yeah,
this past weekend.
Our dad invited us on a road trip.
He kind of forced us. We didn't want to go necessarily, but he guilted us into going. He wanted us to see his family. We were driving to a nearby state to see his family with masks on the whole time. We most of the time hung out outside. So, like, we couldn't, like, in case anyone has anything, we didn't spread it all over their house.
Yeah, because, of course, during this time, you want to wear a mask.
Oh, but this was, like, my first time really, like, fully, like, kind of going in public since this whole quarantine thing. Because, like, obviously we had to go into gas stations along the way. Like, when we got there, we, like, got groceries for the hotel room and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was, like, my first time, like, really wearing a mask in public. Like, obviously I'd done it a little bit, but, like, fully doing it for, like, a whole day, all day, because I was out. We're on a road trip.
Yeah.
And I realized, like, wearing a mask, like, I feel like you have so much confidence because, like, your face is covered up. It's like you're just going everywhere, like, incomplete. Like, you could just be anything.
I know. I realized this, like, a month ago when I went to my dermatologist appointment. You have to wear a mask, of course, and I realized that for some reason, and I think it's because, like, this makes me feel, like, ultra confident wearing a mask because you feel like no one can see you. Just kind of like a chameleon in the corner.
Even when we were with my dad's family, like, we don't know them that well, and, like, the whole time I was just like, I'm just covered in a mask.
Yeah, it's like, oh my gosh.
So funny. And I'm like, you're just like, you could either be smiling, frowning, but then we actually tested it, and you can actually tell people's facial expressions
you can kind of
with
tell
the
by
mask.
their eyes.
Also, have you noticed that a lot of people wear masks, but for some reason they just have it pulled down to their chin? It's like, why are you wearing it then?
I've noticed this at a bunch of, like, fast food places.
Yeah, it's like they either have their nose showing, and I'm like, well, that kind of defeats the purpose. And or they have it all the way down to their chin, and it's just like, wait, what?
So what I'm guessing, it's like Well, you have to buy like the state restrictions or whatever that the restaurant says, but for some reason they don't want to, I guess.
Yeah, or maybe they could just fight it and be like, maybe they're one of those really annoying people who doesn't want to wear one. So they're like, oh, it's all around my ears.
Oh,
you didn't
yeah.
say in the regulation that it had to be covering my mouth and nose.
Or like they needed a moment to breathe or something.
Yeah.
Whatever. What they would say.
But we also, during the road trip, our dad wanted us, while we were at this town that we were at for like literally only one day, he wanted us to go out to eat. And we found a restaurant that had outdoor seating. The tables were going to be far apart. We're not going to give the name of the restaurant because we don't want to get sued, but I don't want to throw anyone under the bus. But it was all the tables were outside and like spaced apart, so we felt safe going.
Yeah.
And we got there and it started raining. So they started to shut it down because I guess that's what they were supposed to do because they aren't allowed to be inside.
Yeah.
But the manager came out and was like, why are you guys shutting everything down? It doesn't matter that it's raining. And the employees were like, oh, it's raining. I thought like we were supposed to close everything down. And she's like, well, what are we supposed to do? Throw away all the food? She's like, get everyone inside or whatever.
Let's keep in mind, it was like to the point where it was like thundering and lightning.
Oh, yeah. Actually, she didn't say get everyone inside, but she told us because then we hadn't sat down yet. So we were like, do you have to leave then? And she was like, no, come with me. So she brought us inside the restaurant into like this secluded corner.
Yeah.
And then didn't someone say, you guys got lucky?
Yeah, so she was being us, and then someone said, you guys got lucky.
So then we assumed like, oh, I guess like even though it's illegal to eat inside in this state, I guess we're just the only ones who are allowed to eat inside.
But there was a few other people, but they were like spread apart.
Yeah, but then it turned out that they just like let everyone inside. But the tables did have glass coverings in between.
Yeah, I don't know if that was like full.
They spaced out like one table in between.
Yeah, but it was weird because like when we first went into the restaurant, it was like, oh, they're gonna split us apart. But then when we started eating, it was like, oh, they're just filling the restaurant up.
I know, and it was like, and then apparently I was scared that we were all gonna get arrested because someone threatened the restaurant to call the health. They said they were calling the health department to get them in trouble.
Oh yeah, they were like pissed.
I know, because they were like, this isn't allowed. But then the restaurant manager was like, what do you want me to do? Throw away thousands of dollars worth of steak?
Yeah, because the state that we won it opened this Friday, but it wasn't open at that time. Like they weren't supposed to eat inside.
But I wonder what ended up happening.
I feel like they like got in big trouble because I feel like that's like so.
I was just
bad.
expecting the police to bust in.
But I feel like at that point, like we wouldn't get in trouble.
Yeah, because I feel like we were just following the instructions, and like we thought we were going to be secluded in here, but then she ended up just filling it up.
Yeah, everyone was nice though.
But I did notice a lot of the workers did have the masks pulled down around, like they either had it down to their chin or their nose was showing.
Can we talk about how her sister lied that it was her birthday?
Oh, my birthday was a week later.
Yeah, it was a week later, but it was just, for some reason, it's so funny. Like, even though no one knows you're lying, like, it's so fun, like, feeling like the little rush it gives you of, like, I'm lying.
But then, what if I was a waiter, though, I would ask for the ID.
Oh, so they pull that shit
Yeah, if it
out.
wasn't a child, if they were old enough to be driving, I'd be like, well, show me your ID. Because I've been to a restaurant before where they asked me for my ID.
Was it like a fancy one?
I
or
think it
just
was in high
Applebee's?
school because, like, in our town growing up, a lot of people lied to the Applebee's that it was their birthday. So they had to start being like, okay, you have to
Yeah, you have to
show
stop.
identification.
That's funny taking it to that level because people just keep lying.
I know. Just a bunch of annoying high school kids trying to get one scoop of free ice cream. That's literally all it is.
Yeah, and then maybe a brownie.
And just get all the attention of everyone singing to you.
Yeah. But this road trip was just like, it's just like,
7 hours stuffed in a truck.
yeah, and then we got there and then it was just like the typical road trip thing, I guess. Where like you just kind of feel like a little bit gross.
Yeah, you feel it's basically like the Nicki Minaj verse and the Say So remix, which says all nutty and gross.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
like basically like if you're going on a road trip, you have to accept that the whole time you're gonna be nutty and gross.
Yeah, just nutty and gross. You can either be nutty and gross in like a hillbilly way or nutty and gross in an indie person way. Like, I just live in a van.
What do you think? How nutty? I think we were nutty and gross in a hillbilly way.
Same. Kind of boneyard boys.
Yeah. But if you listened to our podcast 2 weeks ago about the fishing trip with our dad, we did tell you guys like he was a little bit just like
annoying.
The sassy that trip, but
yeah,
weirdly this whole road trip he was like weirdly nice.
I think he was excited because we were going with him.
Yeah, he was so excited we agreed to see his family and stuff.
Yeah.
Sounds like we're such bad people.
Oh,
Like,
no,
he
no.
literally had to force us to see his family.
No, like I feel like everyone has family like that.
Yeah, but
You love them, but you don't really like.
dude, like
see them that
he even
much.
at one point said like, "I'm proud of you guys, you know that." And we were like, "I'm like, is this a movie?" I felt like I was in like a Disney movie or something. I'm like, what's going
He
on?
started crying and saying, "I never knew that."
It's like, just go back to being the sassy road trip, the sassy fishing trip, Dad.
Oh yeah.
But while we were at, so we literally stayed at this hotel for 2 nights.
Yeah, 2 nights.
Second night, I'm not gonna give any of the names of our sisters because I'll just say one of our family members. They're all anonymous. She's also over 21, so we were like, oh, let's just drink because there's nothing else to do. The town literally had nothing, and also quarantine, you can't do anything. After we
Yeah.
went to the restaurant, so we started drinking, and I guess she noticed that the guy at the front desk was young. 'Cause he looked like he was like a teenager or something, but he think he was like 20.
Yeah, he's only in his 20s.
Like a 20s emo person, emo boy. And so I don't know how it got brought up, but she's like, should I call the front desk and see if he wants to get a drink with us?
Oh yeah, and then it like came into this thing where we I wanted him to just come into the room and,
Yeah, 'cause we just-
and take a drink with you guys just because it would be funny to tell people.
Yeah, we just thought it'd be the funniest story ever, saying like, oh, we had the front desk person come in and just have a drink. And the plan was just to have him come in for 5 minutes, have a drink, and then leave. But then,
Yeah.
so she called him, and what did he say at first? Like, it kind of sounded like he might be on board at first.
Oh yeah, so the first call was like he said something like, oh, like she said, and then he said he said that this is his last night or something.
Oh yeah, he said like, well, it's my last night on the job anyway, so might as well. Like, it seemed like he was kind of down.
Yeah.
But then somehow, like, he ended up just not. But then I don't know how it happened because, like, I'd had a few drinks at this point, but it seemed like she ended up calling, you and her together ended up calling him, like, how many times? Like, did it get to I remember at one point, like, we were scared because, like, do we have to Google, like, if this is harassment? Like, how many times can you call someone before it's harassment?
Oh, this is so.
It was only, like, 4 times.
Oh yeah,
though, right?
It was only 4 times, but I did Google it because I wanted to make sure. But it said something if you call them up to like 6 times, then they find it really annoying.
Oh, but we only did 4 times, so it wasn't harassment.
But
yet.
then he said that part of the hotel was haunted. But I
Yeah.
think he was just trying to play games.
This
with
was the
us.
thing. At first I thought it was funny because he kind of seemed like he was into it, like he was just bored at work. It was literally like midnight, like he's probably just bored working the night shift. And I was like, oh, maybe he will just come have a drink and it will be fun. But then it got to the point where like, was he annoyed? Because remember he said like, oh, like I don't drink, and like he's like, I just don't want to, and like. Or he said like, oh no, his shift was about to end, and then I think you guys were like, oh, come after the shift for one drink, and he was like, oh, I kind of just want to go home.
Oh yeah.
And then we did those to the point where we're like, okay.
Yeah, and then we obviously took the hint. Like, what is being annoying? Like, we just thought it
how
would be
did
funny.
the haunted part happen?
I think we were calling him and we just wanted to like just like stop conversation. So we said like, is there any like paranormal stuff in this hotel? And then he like just said like one of the lights flickers on the 3rd floor.
And then I remember we went to the 3rd floor, but there's literally nothing.
Yeah, and then we went to the front desk area and we said we didn't see anything. And then like he just said, oh.
Yeah, and actually the 4th, maybe it was the 4th or 5th call. The 5th final call was our sister calling and apologizing and saying like, I'm so sorry, like we shouldn't have been so annoying. Like it's so funny, like drinking, calling someone annoyingly, then like an hour and a half later being like, wait, was that mean or something? And then calling back and being like, I'm so sorry, like we didn't mean to be rude or like just invade your work time.
That's what's so funny because I feel like usually if you're drunken calling someone, it's like a friend. But it was like someone at the front desk of a hotel.
But what did he end up saying when she apologized?
I think he said like, oh, it's fine.
Oh, he was like,
He was like
fine.
nice about it.
Yeah. But
But it was just so funny because like, I don't know, it's just funny.
we'd like to formally apologize to the front desk person
Oh yeah, if you're listening.
at the residence in Marriott. Oh, also, we were the only people pretty much. When we pulled into the parking lot, we were the only car in there besides the workers.
And it was like there was like a lot of hotel rooms.
I know some. Well, I guess it makes sense. Like the town, first of all, is small, and also it's the quarantine, like the corona. Like who would really be going there?
Oh yeah, I have first of all questions. How do not even small towns, just average sized towns? How do they have like multiple upon multiple hotels?
Yeah, that's what
Who
I
stays
think.
at these?
Yeah, because the town was of like 50,000 people, and there was like 6 hotels in one block. It's like, how do you expect any of these to sell out?
I know, it kind of gets to the level where I'm about to uncover something.
I know. What sort of like what conspiracy is going on here?
I know, I'm just like already creating conspiracies in my head.
Wasn't there a conspiracy? about like mattress stores being meth places or something.
Yeah, like something about mattress stores actually, because you know how like in those drug movies people had money in mattresses.
Oh, money laundering.
Yeah, some money laundering.
Wait, oh, they thought people. The conspiracy was that the mattress stores had money inside the mattresses.
That, but then also like it was just like one big business for like drug money.
Oh, because I remember watching a video of someone explaining it, and they were like, "Yeah, have you ever just noticed like every town has so many mattress stores?" It's like that's because everyone needs a mattress, though.
It was so funny because I remember hearing about it, and I actually like looked at the place that I was in. And I was like, "Wait, why is there like 3 on this street?" And I was like,
"Couldn't you say that about anything? Like, wait, why are there so many dry cleaning places?"
"Oh, like McDonald's."
Oh yeah, there's so many McDonald's,
Who
Subways.
knows? We need to break into mattress. I'm joking, but yeah.
It's confirmed. But I think that's about it for the mini story time on the road trip.
Yeah, basically it was just a fiasco over 3 days.
We also had to do a bunch of yard work. We weren't aware of that we were gonna be roped into that.
Oh yeah, we had to go on their roof and like get off sticks and leaves.
Yeah, I was literally on a roof cleaning out gutters in Adidas slides.
In
You probably
short
shouldn't
shorts.
go on a roof in slides.
I know. I feel like that's so dangerous.
You should have tennis shoes on if you're going to be on a roof.
It was also so funny because it made us think, because it was like 4 of us doing this work, but like we weren't giving our maximum effort, so it made us think it would be so funny if there was a gardening company that they actually did stuff, but like you could tell none of them knew what they were doing.
Oh yeah, this actually opened my mind that if you ever hire someone for your house or just any sort of job where there's like 5 people doing one job, is probably 4 of those 5 people are not actually doing anything.
Yeah,
Like,
like
we noticed that with us and our 2 other siblings, like you could kind of just fake it that you were helping.
Yeah, because even with school projects, if you go back to that, you can tell, like, when you're doing the school project, like, either if you're the one not helping or you're the one helping, like, you can tell, like, somehow those people that slide in, they're not doing anything, but they, if someone asks, are you doing anything, they can say they're doing something, even though they're not.
know, because I noticed that while we were doing the yard work, like, first of all, I started weeding. And I was handed these big scissors, and they said, "Okay, cut down this weed." And I was like, "I've never done this before, but I'll just do it." It was like a really thick weed. And they're like, "Okay, now grab the roots out of the ground." And I was like, "I don't know how to do that." And I like tried for like 3 minutes, and I just cut it as far as I could down to the roots, and then just moved on. Then I pretended like I was doing stuff on the roof. That's why I took the roof route, because that way, like, no one can really see what you're doing. You know what I mean?
And then the other hack was, like, that, because, like, no one can really, like, and no one really knows because no one can see the gutter.
That's what I mean. No one can look up. No one's really looking up to see what you're doing on the roof. So you can kind of just, like, do stuff, but, like, at your own pace.
But if anyone is watching wants to be one of those people, but you want to get paid the money but not really do anything, also, like, switching jobs every 5 minutes. Being like, oh, this person needs my help, so I need to help them.
Yeah. That's exactly what I did.
So then when you get to them, you just, like, talk for a bit and then say, oh, this person needs me.
Yeah. But I do wonder, like, if a house is being built, like, how many people on that site are doing stuff?
I feel like they're all doing stuff.
I know,
Hopefully.
but do you think there's, like, 2 people if there's 8 people on a job, do you think, like, 2 of them probably all day could not do anything and nobody would notice?
For sure. Like, okay, I don't know if it's happening, but all I'm saying is that, like, if 1 or 2 people weren't doing something and, like, just kind of doing something not really, no one would notice.
Yeah. I feel that.
We were also kind of sporty during this trip because the family members that we were meeting, they gave us a croquet set. So we played croquet.
Oh, yeah, literally.
Yeah, so we are like croquet people now. It looks so preppy, the stuff for croquet.
I know, when you play croquet, you just feel like you're in Clueless, like a rich person from the 90s.
I know, like, you just need the outfit to go with it, though. The official Clueless outfit.
But people sent us some. Last week we asked for some family drama, and a lot of people actually delivered. So do you wanna?
I want to hear. I remember we did a family drama episode a while back, and it was just. I love hearing family drama.
This one doesn't really have anything for us to solve. It's more of just like them telling us something that happened.
Okay.
So we'll have to use our knowledge on how to solve family drama for this one. It says, so my birthday is on Friday, and I'm newly single, and I've been testing the waters on gay dating apps. I made a masturbation video and literally sent it to my mom's phone instead of a guy off Grindr. She hasn't looked at me the same.
Wait, first of all, I'm just laughing because I, for some reason, I love, like, I actually don't I'm not judging. I'm just saying I think it's funny when people people say something that's kind of like some people might not think is normal and they just say it. I made a masturbation video on someone. I'm kind of like, I get it, but it's so funny.
Yeah, so he's accidentally sent it to his mom. How do you do that though? Like, isn't your mom under
I feel
mom?
bad. So
maybe the guy's name was like Mo, or like
Wait.
Mamba.
I do have questions because you did do that, but how did you accidentally do it? Because Grindr's a separate app from iMessage.
Yeah, that's what I never understood with like Snapchat. How that people have said it's happening. 'Cause remember I mentioned this before. Like, how on Snapchat hasn't anyone accidentally sent a nude to their story or something? But people wrote in saying like, oh, yeah, that happened at my college and stuff.
Yeah, because okay, so this Grindr text message thing, it might be kind of difficult to do that, but with Snapchat, I feel like with your memories and everything else, like you could easily send like whatever you have on your Snapchat roll could get sent.
And some people have like different stories. Like there's their main story, then like a close friend story, then like a work friend story. Like you could accidentally,
Yeah. So
cross the worlds.
if you sent someone a masturbation video, like what happens next? Like do you guys like meet in real life, or is it just like it's
I'm
done?
assuming.
Yeah.
Or like maybe it's just like instead of meeting in life, they just send back and forth.
Oh, back and forth masturbation videos. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
So what should we, I guess just tell her the upfront truth that you accidentally sent it to her. It's sad, but true.
Yeah, I mean, once they see the video of you pleasuring yourself, they see it's your face, they see it's from your phone number, there's really no going back. They know, you can't say, oh, it wasn't me, because it's from your phone. Unless you want to come up with like a giant like conspiracy saying like, oh, someone hacked my phone or something. But like that's just too much work.
Also the thing about the conspiracy is that a few people might believe it, but like I just don't think like usually when you make up a big conspiracy lie, it turns into a thing where it's like, okay, you're just bullshitting, but it's funny that you're doing it. It's cute.
Yeah, basically all you could do is say sorry, apologize, and just try to laugh at it.
Oh yeah, I actually didn't think about if she's actually mad about it. For some reason, I thought they just were doing it in a joking manner. But yeah, hopefully she's not actually mad.
Oh yeah, I mean probably not. Maybe not mad, but I think anyone would be like not mad, but you just feel like negative emotions.
Oh yeah, it would just be like I feel like you'd have to take a week off from seeing them.
I know.
Because it would be to a point where it's like, for some reason, I'm not like mad at you, but I just feel like weird about it.
Yeah, I 100% get that. Okay, this is grandma drama. So she said, I recently moved back in with my family, and I've discovered that my grandma has a snooping problem. My mom used to call me and complain about my grandma, but I didn't take it too seriously. Now that I moved back in with my mom, she warned me to change out my doorknob for one that I can lock with a key because my grandma will snoop.
Wait.
So before she moved back home, her mom told her, like, I guess her grandma lives with them, and said, you should change out that door. You should change out your doorknob. So
her grandma just loves looking at stuff.
Yeah, I said, I always thought my mom was exaggerating until I started to notice it myself. My grandma will go into our rooms when she thinks we are not home. She made it obvious one day when she found my mom's secret Coke stash. And she said in parentheses, the soda.
Okay, because for a second I thought they were just acting like it's normal that this person has a Coke
yeah,
stash.
just, your typical casual mom's cocaine stash.
And I was like, plus like I'm worried for her health.
I know you cannot be doing that every day or at all. She said my mom likes to keep her soda in her room instead of the kitchen because she doesn't want anyone to drink it all, I guess. Well, one day my mom had brought home a 12-pack and hid it under her bed. My grandma was going around asking if we had any soda. She asked my mom, and my mom said no. She didn't have any soda, but my grandma responded with, well, what about the Coke in your room then? So my mom knew that she'd been snooping in her room. And then she said, also, my brother has seen my grandma go into my mom's room when my mom isn't home, and she will be in there for a hot minute before coming out. Said, so now we all changed our doorknobs so that our grandma won't snoop into our rooms.
I wonder once you change them if the grandma will like call you out and be like, bitch.
I hope she learns how to pick locks.
Oh yeah, like she just won't call you out, but she'll like YouTube it.
Yeah, and she said, I just don't understand why my grandma does this. Is this a normal grandma thing? Just wants to like know what to do.
Okay, I don't know if I'm making this up, but I do feel like there is a high percentage of grandmas that do this.
Yeah, like I'm trying to think if I was a grandpa and I was living with my kids and their kids, like maybe I would be so bored that like not in a creepy way, I'd just like look through everyone's stuff and just for entertainment.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So if I was a grandpa and my like one of my kids' family was staying at the house, just if they left for a little bit, I feel like I might just be kind of bored. So like I'm not. Yeah, it's not anything creepy. It's just
Yeah,
like
just like how
I kind of want to look.
It's
for
like
fun.
how if mom leaves her phone out, like we just check over Facebook messages.
Yeah, like it's like it isn't like we're trying to expose her. It just is like
Fun.
it's kind of a fun thing to do.
Yeah, so maybe
But-
just let your grandma.
I also get how it's annoying because like doesn't she actually live there? She said.
Yeah, that is annoying.
Yeah, but I guess what would be in your? I guess it would just be annoying.
Yeah. So I guess you locked the doors. I mean, you solved it.
At
I
least
don't know
she-
if our grandma would do that though.
Yeah, I can't picture our grandma doing that. She doesn't seem like.
Doesn't seem like the snooping type.
But then our dad's grandma maybe.
Oh yeah.
Now that I think
They have
about it, I
different
can-
vibes.
Yeah, I can kind of picture that a wee bit.
For sure. I could picture our mom doing that.
Oh yeah, but she doesn't do that.
I remember like growing up, like I remember thinking one time she like read one of our sister's diaries, and it was all this drama.
And she didn't do this to the younger half of the family, but didn't she used to like always look inside of your guys's like vehicles to see if you guys are like smoking or anything just to make sure.
Oh yeah, she would go through our car to like see if there was like cigarette packets or something.
Oh yeah, so I guess, but I guess that's just making sure kids aren't doing bad stuff.
Still snooping though. Wait, maybe that's what it is. Your grandma's just trying to make sure you aren't smoking.
Yeah, she's trying to look out for you, darling.
Yeah, so
I'm
look at
joking.
it. You know, she did it. This is like her version of a reality show.
Oh yeah.
This next one isn't drama, but it's Am I the Asshole? You know, a few episodes ago we did the Reddit Am I the Asshole?
Yeah, so this is the original.
Yeah, somebody
Words
sent. They
before
didn't even
hoes.
post it to Reddit. They sent us their own Am I the Asshole post.
So nice of them.
It says, "Please keep me anonymous."
We will.
Yep, we will, Sarah. So there is a clothing website that offers mystery bags where you can basically pick a size and there are no guarantees, but you can either get a couple t-shirts, hoodies, or a windbreaker.
First of all, can I say something? With these mystery bags, I honestly think we could start a website called mysterybag.com. It would sell so much stuff, but rip people the F off.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, because like, okay, because we could say this is a mystery bag of just like stuff that's like for the 2020 generation, like for this era that one. And then just like fidget spinners that cost 50 cents on Wish.com.
Yeah, I've always wondered, like, when these either makeup companies or whatever, they say, like, okay, mystery bag sale isn't, and people buy it, but it's, because isn't, like you said, wouldn't it mostly just be, like, the stuff that wasn't selling or something? Like, all the random stuff that's about to expire in the factory, so, like, throw it in the mystery bag.
Yeah, that's what I picture, but who knows?
And
Maybe they
obviously,
actually-
it'll never be the value you pay, because, like, they want to make money.
Yeah, it would kind of be, yeah, just like you said, like the stuff that's out of season or
Yeah,
whatever.
or when they say, like, oh, you pay $40 and then it's $100 value, it's like, well, you wouldn't be making any money then, so obviously that's not true.
I know there's always something to it.
But this one actually is really long, so I don't know if I want to commit to reading it all. But basically, she just said that the mystery bag was supposed to be 2 hoodies or something, and then it ended up not being a hoodie, and like everything was in the wrong size. So she said she's not a Karen at all, but she did leave a review just to let everyone else know, like, oh, you don't get what they say you're gonna get. But then I guess the owner messaged her and said, why didn't you reach out to me first before reviewing it negatively? But so now there's drama, and she kind of feels like an asshole. Like, wait, should I have reached out to the business owner? Should I have messaged the business before writing a public review? And also, they gave her a coupon. They gave her a discount so she can get a huge discount on her next order. But she's like, am I an asshole if I use that? Because like now they're all mad at me.
Oh,
My whole thing is,
I
like,
have
just-
an opinion. So when she left a review, and I'm on her side because I get the business's side, but then at the same time, it's like if I was in her scenario, I would just like assume that the business wouldn't care. So I'd just be like, might as well just help out other
and also
people.
she's just trying to like help the other like consumers.
Yeah.
But I guess there was also some tea. I didn't read the whole thing, but so basically the advertisement was you get 2 hoodies and a windbreaker or something. And then she wrote saying like this wasn't what I got. But then they ended up saying, wait, read the description again, and they changed the description to like more shitty items.
Oh.
So then they changed it after her review or something. So there's just a lot of layers to the drama.
Oh, it is funny when you go on Google reviews or something, and like the owner gives like his feedback to the replies, and then they only only reply to the good ones. It is funny when that happens because it's like there's so many
yeah.
bad ones. Why aren't you replying to those?
I actually have seen like in like for fast food or restaurants, they always reply to the bad ones. They say like,
They do?
oh, like
Okay.
that shouldn't have happened. Or have you seen it where they call the person out and say like, we looked through our records and you didn't come here?
No, that happens.
Yeah, because I think it was like a dermatologist or something like that, and they wrote back and said like, yeah, we have no record of you ever coming here because we looked
Oh.
up your name in the system. So they like defend themselves.
I guess I guess those could be people lying on Yelp and shit.
Do you think that business owners should be able to pay Yelp and Google money to delete the reviews?
If it's fake, I will.
Just if it's bad and they say it's fake.
Well, I think it should stay up if it's real.
But I just feel bad for these businesses that get called out by YouTubers.
Oh, okay, and that's no, I actually get it, because I feel like there is some like people that have followers that feel like they can like tear down a business. Or
I know,
something.
they'll be in like their town or whatever, and they'll say this nail salon ripped me off. Like everyone, this is the name of the nail salon. Then all of their viewers go and flood the reviews with 1 stars, but it's like none of you guys even went there.
Yeah, so like honestly, like even if it is a real review, maybe they should just be able to take it
But then
down.
that's kind of annoying, because then you won't ever know.
Yeah, because then everything will be 5 stars.
Someone
yeah.
have to be able to verify you went, but there's nowhere to do that.
That's why I thought, like, what happens? I don't have a specific scenario, but there's been times where I watch a YouTube video, and it's basically someone making fun of this place, and they say what the place is, and like they kind of say what town it was in. So like, what happens like to that business? Because I feel like people would be like calling them and being annoying if they love the YouTuber.
Yeah, I always wonder how long it lasts. Like, for example, when Tana Mongeau made that video about the nail salon, like, how long did it last where they were getting harassed? I think you might
Probably, like, 6
literally,
months.
sadly, just have to change your business name and phone number and everything.
You might have to, because
And even
like,
move locations, possibly.
or like maybe they could have sued her.
Yeah, you would think.
I don't know. Maybe that's not.
And I think I've heard another YouTuber, like, talked about their apartment building. And then the apartment building had such bad reviews. But, like, yeah, I wonder if it does go on for, like, 6 months. Because then also, like, a year later, someone will watch the video and get mad.
Yeah, and like they're just like, oh, I like this person, and they're
So
obviously
I guess
not
I'm going
lying.
to call the apartment and yell.
So back in like 2012 YouTube, or maybe even earlier, a bunch of YouTubers did the TMI tag. So
Oh, I missed the tags. Common white girl tag. The toilet tag. TMI tag.
there's
What
just
other
a
ones were there?
bunch.
The sister and brother tag?
Yeah, like the girlfriend tag, everything. But the TMI tag was so funny. Even back then, I thought it was funny because it wasn't actually too much information. It was just like questions that don't need to be TMI. Like,
Is it like just like the 20 facts about me?
yeah, so I put on the questions, but I honestly don't know if we were gonna even answer them because they're kind of. Because when you would picture the TMI tag, wouldn't you picture like bad stuff?
I know,
Like,
way
that's-
too much information.
Did you lose your virginity in middle school or something like that?
Yeah. What type of
But
badge do you
these are the
have?
first 5 questions.
Innie or outie?
What are you wearing? Have ever been in love? Ever had a terrible breakup? How tall are you? How much do you weigh?
How tall are you? How
And
is that
I
too much
just-
information?
I just can't believe because I'm looking through these right now. And which one of these is too much information? Unless you're this uptight. If
I
someone's this
know.
uptight, I'm mad.
You're that
No.
uptight that like someone knowing your height is too much information. What was the common white girl tag?
Oh, should I actually hold and Google that? Let's see
Yeah.
what some of the questions are.
Wasn't it
Because-
just like favorite Starbucks drink?
Yeah, like, because it was kind of just like a joke. Like, it still is that white girls in Starbucks.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what the things are.
Common.
White girl tag. Okay. Favorite Starbucks drink. Wait, should we actually answer this? What is your favorite Starbucks drink? Like, legit. No cap.
What'd you say?
No cap.
What's that mean? You've said that before.
Like, I'm not joking.
Oh, when did that start? I haven't heard. I must not follow people with the hip times on Twitter because I haven't heard anyone say no.
That was
cap.
a thing when I was in high school, like a year ago.
Oh,
So it's been a thing for. I don't
No
think it's
cap.
I don't think it's a thing anymore, really.
so I can't start saying it now.
I don't know, actually. I'm not really.
My favorite Starbucks drink, not trying to be indie or like just like really skinny, but mine just a tall iced coffee black.
Okay.
That's my go-to order.
Oh yeah, so okay, this is what I'm saying about my favorite Starbucks drink. If I went right now, what would I get?
Yeah.
So I'm not saying what's the most flavorful. I'm just saying what I would get. I would get a grande iced coffee with 2 pumps of mocha. Because I just like how it tastes.
Oh yeah,
It's just
sometimes
like-
I just never get mine flavored. Even at home, like when I have coffee from the Keurig, like I just drink it black. Like people use creamer, I'm like, oh, like you need it, but I don't.
There was even a time when we went to Starbucks and so they have like black coffee, but for some reason they make some of them that have a little bit of sweetener in it, and you're like, oh my gosh, I need to get a new one.
Oh, it tasted so bad. They put
Boo,
sweetener in it.
I
It
think you were
tasted so.
putting on an act.
I know, but like I just can't. I just like it black. Yeah, I tried to type in common gay boy tag and there's nothing.
Oh, I actually tried to create the twerk tag back in the day.
Oh my God, you tried? I never tried to create my own tag. You created, what is the twerk tag?
I don't know. I think it's on YouTube somewhere. It
Well,
just
like-
was. I think it was like, how do you twerk? It was like questions like that.
Doesn't everyone twerk the same way? It was like, oh, what's your personal twerk
Oh,
style?
you like because you can twerk standing up and stuff.
Wait, can we watch a clip of it?
No,
Please.
No,
Really? Other people are still gonna Google it, so might as well just show it to them
I
right
just
now.
don't want to watch it myself.
Well, the worst thing is right now everyone's gonna go to YouTube and it will get boosted in the algorithm.
It's fine.
It's gonna go viral.
I just remember thinking it was so funny when I made it. Why does YouTube do that? Like sometimes there's a video from 8 years ago from a YouTuber you watch and you're recommended.
I guess
YouTube's
it's
trying to
because,
troll,
like a bunch of people search it.
or YouTube's trying to troll.
Now let's get the twerk tag by Jacob Crook back in the algorithm.
Number one on trending.
What would you think you woke up and it was trending?
I would okay, so I don't want to watch it right now, but like I wouldn't watch it again, but I wouldn't be that embarrassed. Kind of just like
It's not
that's
even
cool.
embarrassing. Like I feel like if I was, how old were you? 10?
I'd take 12.
Yeah, anything I did when I was 12, I'm not embarrassed by. Even me, like when I was 16, like I'm not embarrassed by that anymore. It's so long ago.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah, but it's okay if you were.
No,
Kidding. That
Yeah.
sucks. That didn't. Did you tag anyone in it?
I don't think I did.
Because isn't that how they started? Like you would do it and then you tag people and it would just spread.
Yeah, so like, what would happen if you didn't want to do it? And like someone that you were friends with tagged you. It's like,
I know.
ugh.
Luckily, like no other YouTubers ever tagged me in anything, so I don't have to worry about that.
Oh, that'd be kind of weird. I used to, but the TMI tag we can't even answer anything because I looked at it and it just, I was when I thought of the idea, I was picturing like when did you poop last, which isn't TMI, but also just like kind of funny.
Oh, you just ruined someone's appetite again.
Oh yeah, sorry,
kidding.
buddy.
Oh,
Buddy.
Please give us ideas for decoration to cover up this really white trash background. There's marks everywhere. It looks like we're in a drug basement. We are in a basement, but we aren't in a drug basement.
Yeah, so don't call the cops. But yeah, what should we put behind us? We also might sit on a table.
Jacob thought of putting a mannequin, but that reminds me of that viral video. What's it called? That mannequin by the window.
What is it? I feel like I have it. No, I don't know what it's called, but
If
it has
you-
this weird noise in the background.
If
It's
you haven't
creepy.
seen it, don't Google it. Don't emotionally scar yourself
I
like
just
that.
honestly think a mannequin is cool.
Yeah, if it was not scary, it'd be cool.
Yeah, but honestly, when I see a mannequin, I get scared.
Yeah, just
No,
I think of that viral video.
But I'm not at the mall. But if a mannequin is in a place where it's not supposed to be, then it's weird.
Or we could just hang up one of those like blanket things that like those weed people hang up.
Oh, there's jokes about that on like Twitter and Reddit now.
Yeah, what is
About-
that one blanket?
I don't know what they're called. I think they're called tapestries. Tapestries? Are that what they called?
Tapestry blankets.
I don't know if that's what they are,
But
but
it's so funny because there's one house in my neighborhood. When I first moved here, I walked by it and I saw one of those like indie girl blankets
yeah.
in the window, and I was like, oh, that's so funny. And it was so funny because I've never like really smelled weed in this neighborhood except one time when I walked by that house. I was like, of course they're smoking weed with that blanket up.
I feel like in every neighborhood when you go on a walk, there's one weed house. Like and then in like our parents' neighborhood when I go on walks, it's like there's this one house like sometimes it smells like weed and it's like I don't know if they're like growing it or what, but it's
But
just
when I
funny.
actually get to the blanket I'm talking about, the indie girl blanket, I don't really associate it with someone who actually smokes weed. I picture someone who like pretends to smoke weed.
What I just picture is like the most like trying to be cookie person ever.
Yeah.
Like I just picture like bouncing off the walls, but in like a weird way.
Oh my god, I want to get one of those blankets now. That should be our background.
No. It
We'll
doesn't
figure
fit
it out. We'll figure it out. Well, thank you guys for coming along on this journey.
Yeah. Bless you and your heart.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe. Follow us on our social medias.
The
and
Bros Before Hoes Nation.
without the strongest nation on the internet. Bye.
Bye.